Good afternoon, folks. It is November, already November 2nd, 2025. We gotta talk about some things. So we're gonna do a walk and talk video. First of all, how's everybody doing? I still got the Halloween decorations up. Usually, right after Halloween, we pack up everything from the Halloween and immediately put out Christmas, you know, because I deal with an autistic child. Well, I got two autistic children, and my daughter, she loves the holidays, and we've been doing that since she was a kid, and they expect that as a routine. And us decorating is a part of her routine. So, I weighed on the scale this morning, and we just had the Halloween stuff, right? So I was hitting around 265 on that scale. Now my low for the year is 251, so I'm about 15 pounds up maybe. And that fluctuates back down into the 250s very fast. Kind of, you know, let myself go to enjoy the holidays. Because I do that. And then I jump back on my plans, you know, my regiments and stuff. Vegan deterioration would be happy to know that I'm an omnivore like she is. I've always been an omnivore like she is. When I was doing the sugar diet, like I said, I was doing it because I had seen it and it was popular and other people were doing it and I wanted to try it out. It's as simple as that. There's no mystery or no magic behind it. I am not dogmatic and stuck in a mindset of a singletary diet. When you chose me to be subject matter, yeah, I was bitter about it because I don't fit the criteria of the subjects that you choose to pick on. And that's what you're doing. You're not doing anything intelligent. You're just picking on people for their choices. Yeah? A true omnivore. Let me explain it to you a little bit here because I don't think you quite understand what that means. Doesn't mean you have to eat fruit, vegetables, and meat all at the same time every single day. Yeah, some days bears are omnivores, they eat blueberries all day. Some days they eat salmon all day. And if you're vegan deterioration, you eat grilled cheese and you eat Yoo-hoos. Man, you said you got your Yoo-hoos at the gas station. You want to talk about me getting my sodas? Days on end, you said. I think that's the word you used. And the only reason I checked you out at all is because you were picking on my friend Ryan. You stalk the Reddit forums, you know, and see what people are talking about, and that's the topics that you choose. You know, you got that carnivore community as part of your audience, which is the reason I'm bringing you up. You know, not to pick on you, of course, because you don't eat like they do. We know you suck down a blueberry muffin every now and then. According to your own conversation there, honey. So you and the carnivores don't have anything in common except dietary fat. Y'all have dietary fat in common. That's what you got in common with your carnivore audience. They're having a lot of trouble with that lately, aren't they? Yeah, seems like a lot of carnivore MDs, you know, the big names. their CAC scores and stuff aren't too great lately, and they're wanting to change up their diet. I'm not hating on it. I think that's a good idea, you know. Add some vegetables and fruits in with your meats. Of course, my meat and my animal protein sources are limited because I have the alpha-gal syndrome, which is, you know, something that I deal with. You want to make a video about that? Go ahead. There's millions of people that have been bit by ticks who have that. Can't help it. I know one of your followers or your grandma or whatever tried to downplay it like as a small percentage. Maybe you should do a video on that and pull up that, you know, percentage map of the southeast United States of how many actual cases they are dealing with that. Oh, where do I live? South Carolina. That is the southeast United States. But yeah, I'm an omnivore like you. I eat spaghetti too. I might have to eat mine with ground turkey or ground chicken. And if I wasn't having the alpha-gal, I'd be eating mine with ground beef, just like you. Just like you. I was only sugar dieting to try to better my situation and better myself. You said today in your video that you got weight to lose still. You got some fat on you. Well, kudos to you for actually admitting to that. Well, just because you admit it doesn't give you a pass from future health illnesses, and karma is a hell of a thing. I would not want to be picking on people on a daily basis and then have to one day come on here and say, oh, I've got to go on a very specific diet, or ordered to go on a very specific diet. Karma's a real thing. And yeah, I guess that's all I got to say about it. But yeah, you and your carnivore audience, you ain't got nothing in common. Nothing in common. Except dietary fat. Where does those bad CAC score, that calcium arterial clog, calcium arterial calcification? I don't know what the heck it means. You got some. It means you're getting your arteries plugged up, is what that means. That means your arteries are getting plugged up by that dietary fat. And it's multiple doctors now coming out and talking about it. It's got the whole carnivore community on their heads anyway. And you know, they're all about weight loss for that lifestyle, right? That's a lifestyle like, you know, me doing the soda diet, you know, which I will admit was not my best choice. It was 3 days, not for many days or multiple days. 3 days of my life. 3 days of my life, Char. 3 days of my life, Char. I thought you weren't gonna, you know, mention us sugar dieters no more unless your little Reddit community wanted to. That's what you said a few videos back. You just weren't that. It's just not that interesting anymore. Unless you want me to. Did they want you to mention me? Maybe when you mention me, do research first. Because I do my research on you. Yeah, I might have took on some sodas back in 2012. You made a mistake, did you not? Make a mistake? Let's talk about your mistake. You followed freely. It led you into some bad health decisions. You know, I wound up with a bad wisdom tooth from messing with all that stuff. And I got bad teeth anyway from tobacco use, you know. So how was it? You know, I'm not quite sure how it affected you negatively health-wise, but yeah, I'm pretty sure you did it way more days than I did. That was in 2012. Talk about 2012. God, that's a long time. And then you didn't start YouTube until when? I don't know. I don't know your story, but I know it's been over a decade now. I mean, don't you think it's time to move on to some different content? Your audience is falling apart. You're not carnivore. And I know you got a lot of calorie people in there in your channel. Talk about just watch calories. Well, that's what I'm about to do. I'm about to do an omnivore, low-fat, calorie-style diet where I'll be eating some animal protein, some veggies, you know, some fruit every now and then. You know, like a healthy, normal, recommended diet. The kind that everybody can benefit from, especially if you're a species that was born to be omnivorous in the first place. But you know, I'll be eating a lot healthier things than Yoo-hoo. You know, Yoo-hoos have corn syrup in it, right? King of the corn syrup. I guess I've left it behind now. I've swapped all that in for diet soda and stuff that won't hurt my teeth, you know. Well, you know, the zero sugar drinks they got now. Green tea and stuff like that, you know. You got to be in the corn syrup field by yourself, I suppose. Yeah, we got a lot in common, except for I'm just trying to better myself, and I guess that's why you jumped on the Freely diet years ago, right? You wanted to better yourself. Was that the reason, or you was in it for the animal rights? I mean, don't get me wrong, I love animals. I got cats. They stay outside. Yeah, I got a few. I got my little fat wiener dog, Oscar. But you know, I'm not so naive, you know, that I think, you know, people should just leave the animals alone completely. Animal overpopulation is a thing, and that's bad for their health, you know. That's very bad for their health. Especially deer. They get overpopulated, they start getting diseases that could possibly spread into other animal species, you know, that may not be as abundant as the deer population. Different things like that, you know. You gotta control things, you know, a little bit. You can't hunt things to extinction, and you can't let them, you know, just free range out there with no kind of control or limit on them either. I don't think that's a healthy way for them to live either. I think that's kind of, you know, why we're the intelligent, you know, omnivorous species. You know, we're evolved to eat multiple different things. But yeah, I'm fixing to, you know, tackle the calories, the low fat, the continue, you know, weight loss, you know, in that type of way. It's kind of what I've been doing since the sugar diet anyway, to be honest with you. And sometimes that might look vegan. That might look vegan to you. Like recently I've taken on, you know, some of the McDougall stuff, the starch solution. But Saturday I ate chicken. I grilled it. It's on my Halloween video. You know, my mother is dying right now. I don't, not in the mood for your BS at all. So you like calling me out, let's call you out. I mean, what's your diet? You got some fat on you, you said it yourself. Do something about it, because you know, 2012 to 2022, that's a decade of your life going by where you have let something that you should be able to move on from, or should have moved on from a long time ago, continue to bother you, and you continue to seek it out in such a way that it's still impacting your health, whether you realize it or not. Whether you realize it or not, it is impacting your health in a negative way right now. Might not be quite the same as it done before. Not sure what that was for you. But I can tell you this, it's not good. I understand that you want to create content, but this is your wake-up call, honey. It's time to do something else. If not, continue going, business as usual, and keep having birthdays is all I can tell you. Take my advice, find something else. And I'm open to discussion about any of it. I'm open to discussion, you know. Hey, look. In life, we do things. We try things. That's part of life. It's a part of challenging. You did scare a lot of sugar dieters away, but I never seen myself as a person that was going to do that for a dietary lifestyle forever. It was only about trying to lose some weight, get rid of a little bit of the fat around my arteries, because those things worry me in my 50s now. That's why I say keep having birthdays and worrying about the things that are in front of you, or the things that make you a little bit of money, you know, that draw a little bit of attention from a group that you really don't have anything in common with. Look at Dr. Kiltz. Look at some of the other carnivore doctors that are coming out. Look at some of the ones that are out there, the carnivores that have claimed that they've had a stroke. There's a few of those out there. And ask yourself, hey, is there some carnivore deterioration going on? It seems like there may be. Seems like there may be. And the only reason I chose you as a subject for my walk and talk video today is because I know some of them are going to be watching to see what I have to say about it. So this is mainly more for them than you. You are all on the wrong side of things, and you're sharing common ground with each other, and you have no common ground except for dietary fat. Dietary fat is your common ground. So y'all enjoy that part of it. Your carnivore audience, they wouldn't agree with your yoo-hoo drinking. They wouldn't like that. They wouldn't agree with your spaghetti noodles either. Yeah, they wouldn't like those combinations together. That is not suitable for their lifestyle. But yet there they are watching you pick on everyone else, when behind your back, you know, they're picking on people who eat just like you do. Where's the hypocrisy of it all? Jesus, y'all. What kind of weirdo community is that? I mean, look. And to your audience that's on the calorie deficit side, yeah, that's what I'm going to be about. I'm gonna be cutting the fat out of the diet, trying to, you know, better myself in that way, you know. When I started out the first of the year, that's the good thing about doing videos every day, or most days. I haven't hit every day lately, but when I started out the first of the year, I was 330 something pounds. My low for the year, I've lost 85 pounds overall. Right now I'm up a little bit, but I'm still like 75 to 78 pounds lost to the good right now. I've just got a small percentage to catch back up with. I will catch that up by the end of the year and then some, because I'm aiming to get as close to 100 pounds lost by the end of this year. And a lot of that was done without the sugar diet, and a lot of it was done with the sugar diet. But all of it was done with low calories. Even the sugar diet, I don't care if I was just having sodas throughout the day. It might have been maybe 4 to 6 sodas. I know people who drink that many sodas a day with their cheeseburgers and french fries, you know. There's people that do that with their cheeseburgers and french fries, which would probably be even more unhealthy than what I was doing. It's not like I was sucking down a soda pop every 30 minutes. or a Yoo-hoo, which is also loaded with that same corn syrup. Look up the ingredients for yourself. Yeah, I mean, I don't mind you talking about me. If you don't mind me talking about you, I mean, because what's good for the goose is good for all the geese, right? Something like that. What's good for the goose, good for the gander. What's good for the goose is good for all the geese. Yeah, see, here's the thing, Char, what you don't understand about me, and the difference between me and the other ones you pick on is, this is it for me. I ain't no social media junkie. I like to spend time outdoors, outside. I have a metal detecting channel where I do other things than just talk about diet. My declining mother with her Alzheimer's right now. Has kept me away from some of that hobby for quite a while now. She's on the final stretch. Under hospice care now, so won't be long I'll be losing her. So I say to your community, look at each other, read deep into the comment section of this space y'all share. And what do a lot of you even have in common in the first place? Because if you're carnivore on Char's channel, y'all ain't got nothing in common with her diet at all. Nothing. And to be honest with you, any diet is better than no diet at all when you need it, you know. Like I said, keep having birthdays, the older you get. Yeah, the more the grease from that spaghetti weighs on you, and them grilled cheese. Yeah, it's made with butter and cheese. Cheese has got grease in it. Combined with, you know, regular carbohydrate-filled bread, you know, it is a recipe for disaster. Yeah, found those food combinations in your Emma video. You finally mentioned the things you like to eat. I mean, I really don't see where you have a lot of room to talk, to be honest with you. It's not that I don't like for you to talk about things, but hey, if you're gonna put things out there, then be expected for somebody else, you know, with the nuts to do it. And when I mean nuts, I mean these kind, to You know, I'm gonna call out my biz. What's good for the goose? It's good for all them other geese too. What's good for the old goose, good for the young goose. I'm the mongoose. I got 99 problems. Woo! All right, folks, that's all I got for this one. Tell me what you think in the comments. You folks have a good one.